Hello everyone, welcome to Physiotherapy in Lesotho, www.physioinlesotho.ch. You are listening to a podcast from one of our physio workshop in Lesotho. Your speaker is Thuso, W. Fasser, a qualified physiotherapist.
So in the treatment of neuropathy, we have to distinguish, is it acute? That means they have really intensive symptoms, very much pain. So therefore the treatment should be calm treatment. Don't overforce them with treatment. And the treatment has to be orientated of reducing pain, taking off pain. So in the very acute situation, our aim is reduction of pain. Reduction of pain when it is acute. So don't force them with too much exercise, but a little bit, yes. Massage, yes, but not very deep massage. And maybe we give them a cool pack to cool it down a bit. In acute pain, something cool is always relieving pain. And if we massage, which of our 3 ointments can we use? Is it methylsaline ointment? Is it the rosemary cream? Or is it Lengana ointment? Which of the 3 can we use in a sharp acute pain? MSO, of course. Now you have the neuropathy patient in a subacute situation. It's no longer so painful, but it's still very sensitive. It's nasty. They're somehow troubled by it. It's not really acute, but it's not chronic. Maybe after 3-4 weeks, and they still have troubles, but somehow life is going on. It's not troubling them completely. This is subacute. In this situation, we can work already with more intensity. You go into the tissue working with your massage and you move already quite intensively, moderate treatment. You're still respecting pain. In a subacute situation, the aim of treatment is reduction of pain and activation of functions. In the acute situation, you could see the aim is reduction of pain. We are not talking about functions. But in the subacute, you really have to activate functions. And in the chronic neuropathy situation, where you have the chronic situation, the aim is activation of function, going back to normality. Patient should not treat that arm as something strange from herself. The patient yesterday, you should see, it seems that it's her and that arm. That painful arm. She's even afraid that she will lose that arm. She's afraid that maybe the circulation is not good and they have to amputate. It seems as if she looks to that arm as something different from her. This we have to overcome. We really have to go back to function, that she starts to use that arm more or less normal. Go back to normality. That means we really have to activation of function, activate all these function, movement, stretching, pushing, grasping, using the hand, all these things we have to reactivate, using the extremity normally, even there are neurological symptoms. And this is important. We do it without listening too much to these symptoms, because when they are organized in the pain system, they do whatever they want, these symptoms. Therefore, don't listen too much anymore to the pain when it is in a chronic stage. In the acute stage, you have to listen to the pain. But in the chronic stage, no, we have to activate functions. And activating function, it will compensate the pain. This is the huge difference in treating acute and chronic neuropathy. We will see that when we do the practical on it. But it's important now, we understand we have these 3 groups: acute, subacute, and chronic. In the acute situation, you're reducing pain. In the subacute, you reduce pain and you activate functions. And in the chronic, main goal is activation of function, using that arm normally. Wherever you find some soft tissue problem, shortening of muscles, adherences when it's too tight a tissue, or there is a swelling in the tissue, treat these soft tissue changes. Soft tissue changes have to be treated. And very often the soft tissue changes, they increase the symptoms. So therefore we work on the soft tissue. Even if it is a problem of the nerve, but work the soft tissue around. It will be helpful. So wherever you have soft tissue changes in terms of shortening, hypertension, high tone muscles, adherences, swelling, work on these soft tissue changes with the classical medical massage, with exercises and stretching. It will be helpful. When we are in the chronic stage, we have to do some mental exercise. These are mental exercise against pain. That means we have to do something to distract the attention from pain. Concentrating on other things, doing movements, imagining, visualizing how is it having the arm without pain. Because if you have a chronic pain, after a month, you have forgotten how it is without pain. So let's visualize, let's remember how is that hand without pain. We have really to work on this. This we call mental exercise. This is mental training for a chronic pain patient. We have to visualize how is it when that problem is cured, because patient forgets it. So we go back to a healthy state experience. We have to remember healthy state experience in chronic pain situation. Is it understandable, that topic? So healthy state experience, it means we remember how it was when we had no problem, when we were healthy. If you have a chronic pain, you tend to forget the healthy state experience. So let's go back by remembering, visualizing it. It's the same we do with a hemiplegic patient. When I'm teaching him and I work with him, then I say, now let's visualize, let's remember how it is when you walk normally. I know that he's not able to walk, but at least on the central level in our mind, we start to visualize it. We prepare the exercise by mental training. This is a method which the sportsmen use as well. When they prepare for the big competition, they do mental training. We do the same with patients. So pain patients, they benefit from mental training. They can visualize the healthy state experience. Let me do a little mental training exercise with you. Please just sit comfortably and close your eyes. Feel how you are sitting there, your feet on the floor, how you are sitting on the chair. And relax for a moment. And now, let's go in our memory. Deep inside in our mind and in our soul, there is something like a library of our life. Everything what we lived in our life is somehow in our body, in our mind, in our soul, remembered. Nothing has been lost, it's just somewhere memorized. Now, I ask you, can you go in your inner journey to a place, to a situation where you felt well, where you felt to be alive, and where you could feel life is wonderful? Just let yourself go back to such a situation where you felt life is wonderful, I'm fine, I am loved, and I can love my life. Without naming the experience where you're going now, Just can you tell me with yes or no, did you found such an experience in your past? Can you remember such a situation? Okay. Now just stay in your memory there. Stay in that visualization and look around. How do you feel being there in that comfortable situation where you say, oh, life is good to me, I'm fine. How does your body feels like being in this situation? What can you see around yourself in this visualization? Just try to orientate yourself where you are, what is this situation. And try to feel how does it feels in your body, in your emotions, being in that place, in that situation in your life where you felt so comfortable, where you feel fine and you were able to love life. Okay, can you recognize it? Do you think you can remember that experience? Okay, if you think, okay, I've got it, this is a safe place in my life, it's a safe place in my memory. Then when you are there, you slowly come back and you open your eyes again. And you're back here in the teaching room. We have been now into a safe place. This is a safe place in our memory. And that memory means in our body, in our thoughts, in our soul, in our emotion. This is a safe place. We call this is a healthy state experience. This is a resource experience. For all chronic pain patients, we do that work. We help them with mental training to find a positive experience in their life. It becomes a safe place, we call. So in the daily meditation, I ask them, just relax. Go to your safe place, please, and stay there. It's remembered, it's inside. This is a healthy state experience which we are revitalizing by memory. So it's healthy state experience, safe place experience. So who is in trouble can help themselves by this mental training, by this meditation, going regularly to his own safe place. Now during the day I will ask you, maybe after lunch, can you go for 10 minutes to your safe place? You just sit somewhere or you lie on the bed and you do this meditation. Tonight, before going to sleep, can you please go to your safe place? Just contact that experience again in yourself. It's there in your life library. Everything which we have experienced is somewhere in ourself. Luckily, bad experience quite often we don't remember anymore. It's helpful like this. But we have positive experience as well. And this healthy state experience, they will be a resource. They help us to live and to overcome pain. So chronic pain patient and neuropathy patient are quite often chronic. They benefit from mental exercise. They benefit from this type of mental activity. Is it understandable? Okay, that's fine. So, summarizing, neuropathy patient, they need the doctor's treatment with medicines, they need nutrition advices, and they need physiotherapy. If they are acute, we are concentrating on reduction of pain. If they are subacute, we still reduce pain and we activate function. And if they are chronic, we are focusing on activating function and we give them mental training to have a proper distance to the pain, because pain got chronic in the brain. And we are using inner resources to overcome this pain memory problem. Then looking at the type of neuropathy, we have to remember where the nerve is going through. so we can do the local soft tissue work better. We are treating all the time soft tissue changes by massage, stretching, edema treatment, etc. Whatever we find in the tissue, we will treat it. And together with exercise. All these neuropathy patients, they shall do a lot of exercise because exercise is controlling pain. And we come back to normal function. If we have neuropathy on the arm, we always start on the neck. If you have neuropathy on the leg, which is more common, we always start on the low back. Critical points on the arm is here behind the clavicle, and the axle, elbow and wrist. Difficult points on the leg is the buttock, behind the knee, and in the I forgot it again, cuff, in the cuff, thank you. In the cuff there we have these blockages of the nerve. So we are working there. We always treat the patient and we give them self-treatment. So they can treat themselves at home, or when necessary, when the patient is from far away, we teach family members to do the home-based physio. We teach family members in physio skills that they can do it. If we have a village health worker who is interested and activated on that, we can teach the village health worker to do that. It's even better, so if they have another patient with that problem, she or he knows already how to do. So we give self-treatment or home-based physio through family members that they can do it every day. So things can improve. What always we can say, as earlier you start treatment, as better it is. Because once chronified, it's more difficult. So therefore, all these HIV patients or TB patients, they have these severe drugs, they likely develop neuropathy because it's drug-induced neuropathy. Even it comes from the drug, and we know, still start early treating that, it will develop much, much less, and it won't chronify. That means there is more quality of life for that patient, and this patient, they will be much more adherent, compliant to the treatment. And as we know, ART treatment should be never stopped. So we have better compliance when that treatment is less nasty, so we can help there with physio. This topic is not talking. If you look to the guidelines, the ministries of health in Italy, in Switzerland, all over, these guidelines are existing. If you look to the guidelines, they're not talking about that. But if you look to the work we do with the patient, and if you come from the physiotherapy point of view, we know we can help these patients, and if you do it, they go much easier. So even if it is not a topic today, let's remember, it is a topic. And we really can help them, and it's easy, and we can teach the family members to do, and the patient will be much more compliant to that very severe pharmaceutical treatment they have to go through. So that's the overall about treatment. Now we go and have a cup of tea, and in the afternoon we will work practically on that.